What's going on, YouTube? Uberman here. Wanted to throw out a quick video before I'm done for the day, evening, trying to give you a little bit more insight on how this insurance works, because there's still a lot of misconception going on when it comes to Uber's insurance policy. So I'm going to try to explain this to you in a fairly quick fashion here. The policy provided by Uber is underwritten by James River Insurance, and here's how it works. Okay, obviously if your Uber app is not on, then you go through your personal insurance carrier. Okay, if your app is on, but you are not actually on a run, you have not accepted a ride and on your way to pick the passenger up or dropping a passenger off, then again, it is back to your personal insurance company. Okay, you report to them. Uber does not cover that unless your personal policy denies your claim. Then you report it to Uber, and then their commercial policy becomes your contingent coverage, okay, in the event that your actual personal policy denies the claim. Now, that will cover you for $50,000 personal injury, $100,000 per incident, and $25,000 property damage, but again, it's contingent on your personal policy denying the claim. Next is during the trip, once you hit accept, and you are actually on a run, then it goes like this. You have $1 million of third-party liability coverage, $1 million of uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage, and you have contingent collision and comprehensive with a $1,000 deductible. It's important to know that there is a $1,000 deductible. It's also important to understand that even though Uber is providing you this contingent, the word contingent is there for a reason. It is not primary. It is, again, contingent to your personal policy denying the claim, which means if you have a wreck while on an Uber trip with a passenger in the car, you're on your way to pick up a passenger or drop them off, you have an accident anytime in between, from the beginning to the end, well, your car, okay, the passengers are covered, but your vehicle itself is not covered until you report to your insurance company and they deny the claim, at which point Uber takes over and you have to pay a $1,000 deductible. Now, that's tricky, okay? Because that means that you have to report to your insurance company that you are doing Uber. And let me explain something else to you guys, if you don't know this. If you were to call your insurance company right now and say, hey, I do ride sharing, 99% of you would have your policy canceled immediately. You would be dropped and most likely flagged, blacklisted, to where you could not be insured through anybody else. Technically, the only way to do this in a legitimate fashion is to obtain commercial insurance. Now, I have not experienced this for myself, but I have heard that if you call State Farm or Farmers Insurance, they have very reasonable quotes for using your automobile as a commercial vehicle for livery. Some people call it livery. I don't like the term livery. I call it livery. I don't like liver. Got it? Anyway, for driving passengers around. Now, here's another important thing, guys. First of all, give State Farm and Farmers Insurance a call. It's not going to hurt anything just to call and try to get a quote for commercial ride-sharing insurance, just to see. At least that way you know you're covered, period. You don't have to worry about being canceled. If you don't want to do that, you can use Uber's insurance by all means. It's there. I wouldn't say it's the best option, but it's better than nothing at all. And truthfully, I feel that the most important piece of information is not being publicly displayed here. Uber will not cover your injuries, okay? They will cover your passengers. They will even cover your car as long as you are carrying comp and collision, which obviously I do. Most people driving a new car or a finance car, they're required to have comp and collision, okay? As long as you have comp and collision, Uber will take care of your car. But what they don't really tell you, what they don't point out and make clear, is that drivers are not covered. If you're injured, Uber drops the ball on you, okay? This is where you need your own personal health insurance. I have Blue Cross and Blue Shields. I've got I can't remember what plan. It's not a platinum. I think it's the one under that. Whatever. I don't know how all that works, guys. It took me forever to find a plan that was right for me with the right deductibles, office visits, free prescriptions, $20 co-pays. I got a great plan. I'm thrilled with it. But you need to get your own insurance as far as some kind of health coverage goes, because Uber is not going to take care of you at all. I have seen it on their blog. If I could find it, I'd provide you a link. If any of you have it, please feel free to throw it in there, but I can't find it. But I have read on Uber's blog specifically stating that if a driver is injured in an accident, then, as independent contractors, Uber is not required to take care of us. That is up to us to have our own insurance. So, guys, I'm going to cut this off here. I hope this video was able to give you some information, some helpful tools. Definitely try giving State Farm and Farmers Insurance a call. Just get a quote and see if possibly there's something they could do that would protect you better. I mean, obviously, commercial insurance is going to cost more, in some cases a lot more. But I have heard on forums, I have not called myself, I'm not with State Farm or Farmers, but I have heard on Uber forums that you can get a good deal and they cover you for what we are actually out here doing. So guys, post your comments. What are your thoughts? Have you had to deal with going through Uber's insurance? If so, what was your experience like? I'd love to hear about it. I'm sure everybody else would too. As always, guys, like, comment, subscribe. As always, be safe. Uber on.